Yeah, another one bites the dust, Lee. This is the official last episode of the year.
And for me, it's the last episode of a decade. It's pretty cool.
What do you mean of the decade?
It's one of the 2010s to the 2019. That's a 10-year thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's freaking out about that part. That part isn't as cool to me, but it is kind of cool that it's the last one of the decade, because like the start of this decade for me was, I mean, a year into it was meeting you and Joey.
That was 2010? Cool.
Probably, no, 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. The time fucking flies, doesn't it, man?
It really does. Now we're so old.
Yeah. I haven't even put
You're
one
married?
thought. I know. Well, I was married to somebody else when you first met me.
Yeah, you are on your second marriage, and I'm nowhere near my first, but...
Good for you, dude.
No, you're happy.
The older you get married, I feel like the better.
I think it's just important to find who you're supposed to find. I am glad that I didn't marry any of my exes. That would have been terrible.
Yeah.
But
I married one of my exes, and it didn't work out so good.
I know, but now you have someone who makes delicious Christmas cookies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very thankful I found someone who's great, and I think that's kind of rare, so I think that's why I got married so quick again.
Yeah, I mean, she is working for Putin against Trump, but until she gets deported.
She's a fucking U.S. citizen now, bro.
Oh damn.
She's official. She ain't going nowhere. I might leave.
She brought you over to the dark side?
Nah, man. What dark side? Fucking Russia?
I don't know. I'm Russian.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Russian and Lithuanian.
Really?
I'm Jewish, yeah.
Okay.
That's where we were.
You're Russian and Lithuanian?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, like 3 or 4 generations ago.
Yeah.
I don't do anything.
I have a friend who's Lithuanian, too.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is he just as handsome as I am?
It's a girl, and yes.
That's why I don't date Jewish women.
Do you know they do like a Lithuanian festival here in Hollywood like once a year?
Really?
I went with Jen and the friend like 3 years in a row because the food's good and the drinks are good.
Really?
But eventually it started to become boring for me because I stopped eating meat. And
do you still not eat meat?
I still don't. And
jeez Louise.
And then also they started to put these bands that are all Lithuanian, and I'm like, man, I don't understand what the fuck these people are saying. It's like it's not my thing. I ain't even Lithuanian. What am I coming here for?
Well, I mean, because you're Armenian, right? And Italian?
No, I'm Italian. I'm not Armenian.
You're not Armenian at all?
At all.
Full Italian?
0% Armenian.
Okay.
I think
you sure?
You're thinking of Sam Tripoli, who's half Italian,
You're not
half
Sam
Armenian.
Tripoli?
I'm not Sam Tripoli.
Okay.
This is not Tinfoil Hat Podcast that you came.
Where are you? Where am I? No, okay. Well, I mean, I guess Italian's so fun. Like growing up, I would do Jewish things, but like I think it was like my parents' grandparents were the ones who came over here, so like I didn't do anything Russian, Lithuanian. Like I don't have any sort of.
You guys didn't have those stuffed potatoes? I don't even know how they stuff it. It looks like it's like a raw potato because it's peeled, but then it's a Lithuanian thing. But it's actually cooked, and it's like shaped perfectly like a potato.
No, it sounds good.
It looks like it's raw, but it's actually cooked. And then when you cut it open inside, it's got like some kind of meat. I forget what it is. I think it might be like a ham and like cheese and sour cream.
Probably not ham. Well, for the Jewish ones at least.
Yeah, well, yeah, no. A lot of Lithuanians are not Jewish too.
They didn't like us.
But I always wondered, like, how the fuck do they get that stuff in the potato? But then I realized that they're just, like, taking the potato and mashing it down, and then they put the stuff inside and shape it back.
Okay, now I want to know what that is.
I forget what it's called, but those Lithuanians, they don't fuck around.
Okay.
If any of you Lithuanians out there know what we're talking about, help us out.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get started. Yes, it's the last episode of Homeschool Podcast for the year 2019, and
Woo!
I guess the decade. The decade. I mean, I haven't put even 1 second into the thought of it being a new decade. Like I didn't even think about it until you just brought it up. Like, oh yeah,
The older I get,
the less I give a shit.
Like I was even thinking, like I could go, and like every day's the same.
Yeah.
Like it's a day.
It's a day.
What am I doing today, or for the next group of days?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't just base a whole like year or lifetime around one day. It's just you can't base the whole year around one day. It's just one day. It's
right.
like what you're gonna do in the entire year that counts.
I do like this week though. This week is probably my favorite week of the year, especially now that I live in LA.
After Christmas why?
I don't know. I mean, it's obviously a good thing to work and to hustle like everyone It's a big thing right now. Like, oh, you gotta grind. Like, yeah, everyone. And I do. I did a lot of sets this year. I had a great year for comedy wise. But I feel like a lot of people just say it because they feel like they have to say it, and it gets kind of, I don't know, feel like it makes you feel like you're not doing enough, or I don't. So this couple of weeks, everyone's kind of like, yeah, we can take these couple.
Everyone slows down,
and it's like it's just.
That's
nicer.
why you like it, because everyone's on your pace.
Yeah, everyone's like, fuck it, man. Let's just get stoned and watch the Avengers. Like I don't, and I like working and I like all that stuff, but I've never enjoyed people who, they're saying stuff to say stuff, and it doesn't seem, oh, look, I'm grinding. Like, really, we're going to open mics, man. Relax. Like, it's like we sit down, we're on stage for 5 minutes at a time.
I think it's now hacky to use the word grinding if you're a comic.
I think so. I don't like it.
I don't care if you say it, like if you have like a good meaning into it, but it bothers me when I see someone like tweet it.
Yeah. Oh, yes, yeah, exactly. And it's like
to read it on Instagram. Hashtag grinding.
I worked minimum wage jobs. I was a server. Those people are, even like someone like Joey, who works very hard. He's writing all the time. We get to sit down all day.
Yeah.
We sit down, we write jokes and get high and have a Diet Coke. I mean, it's...
I've heard him say I don't mind when people say the grind. Like, I know what you're referring to in the content of your conversation. It's like tweeting it out to people.
Yeah, or like they say it out, like they're like, oh, like we're at open mics and we're like, how you doing? Like,
yeah,
oh man, I'm just grinding hard, just killing it,
Just out here trying to fucking grind it, bro.
'Cause I'm pretty sure your mom pays your fucking cell phone bill still.
There are guys that really grind, even at open mics, and then there are the majority of them whose moms still pay for their rent. I know a guy who's been out here probably 15 years, and his parents still pay his rent.
What?
And he hasn't made it as nothing.
Oh, my God.
He just, does comedy on the side still.
On the side of what?
On the side of, being a full-time comic and having, a part-time day job. And I always wonder, how do these guys do it? I've lived out here my whole life, and I've been a comic for almost 11 years. I'm like, how do you guys fucking have, how do you survive on these little shitty part-time jobs and full-time comedy when I don't see you on the road at all? Like, you're not making money doing comedy for sure.
Yeah.
And it's where's that money coming from? It's coming from home.
That would bug me.
Coming from mom and dad.
I take it's something that I'm very proud. Like, I don't know if proud is the right word, but I'm happy for myself that I've literally never asked for money since I left home. I could have, and my parents. There have been some holidays or birthdays where they're like, "What do you want?" I'm like, I could use some money. That would be nice to make sure I could have stuff.
I can't ask.
That's the other thing. My parents aren't rich, but like a couple $100 or something.
Yeah.
But I've literally never asked.
I've asked my mom to co-sign for me on a car, but she never paid it.
Yeah.
I always paid it.
Yeah.
But
it's important.
Anyway, it's funny you brought up people. Well, I kind of brought it up. People saying stuff, like you said, grinding, and it bothers me when they tweet it out and message it out. People post stuff just to seem like they want people to know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that.
Exactly.
Because I'll tell you a funny story right now. But let's start this podcast. Let me start this thing.
Oh, yeah. Goddamn, I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
That music got us going, and then we forgot.
Yeah, bro.
You even made sure at the beginning, okay, how we start? We just do the music, we do the ads.
This episode is brought to you by Masterclass. You guys, there's never been a better time to take charge of your dream.
I'm totally gonna do one in 2020. I'm gonna use your code.
I think that listen, it's a new year. Why not? And I understand why not. If I can't go take an acting class. I have a full-time job and then I got a kid, or it's expensive. I get it, man. But when you have a class on almost any subject that you can take at home on your own schedule, and it's a monthly fee, why wouldn't you? So I'm pushing it hard right now for the new year, you guys. This is our last episode of 2019, and just one more quick reminder here: go to Masterclass. Acting classes, comedy, writing, poetry writing, novel writing, cooking, how to write a script, a screenplay, director, filmmaking, dancing.
Poker. They have poker
yes,
ones?
Sir. Yeah, poker classes. It's all on there, and there's several ways that you can do it, and one of them is that you can buy it for the entire year up front, and you have access to the whole entire website for a year, and it's not expensive, so you can take all the classes and you have a year to do it.
Whoa.
There's another one where you can just pay for one class or one subject. You can give it as a gift, and then there's another one where you can just pay the monthly fee, and then cancel it when you're done with that particular class you want to take. So
okay.
Tons of options. So just do me a favor, you guys, click the link in the description. It's now time to act on it. You guys, whatever it was that's on the back of your mind, or maybe you already do that thing half-assed, or maybe it's not half-assed, you're trying your hardest, but it's never too late to perfect it. It's never too late to improve on it. And sometimes going back to the basics and applying it to what you already know is that missing thing that you needed.
And that's what I haven't done it yet, but that's what every time we talk about it, I'm always excited about it, because what I like about master classes, they literally have like the top of the top teaching whatever like they're supposedly experts at. Like they are experts. Like it's not just some Joe Schmo.
Right.
It's so I'm excited.
Well, I looked at the Steve Martin comedy one.
Yeah.
And I would always say, like, why take a comedy class from someone who doesn't do stand up anymore?
Right.
I mean, of course he used to, and he was, obviously he did very, very well with it. But in that particular case, that one was actually really cool. I mean, it really covered some basics that it seemed like common sense to me, maybe because I've been in the business for a long time. But some of it was just like, wow, like so many people don't know that, or beginners don't know that.
Right.
And some of it's not so self-explanatory. Some of it's like, wow, this little tiny little note that he gave could be so helpful. I found it really helpful.
Yeah, I mean, and like there's a lot of different ones. So the art ones could be a little bit more subjective, but like I just did a show. No, I was at an open mic the other night, and an actual audience came in for some reason. And it turned out that the dad actually wanted to start doing open mics.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, should I take a class? I heard there's classes. And you're right. It's like, we're just in it. So we're like, yeah, don't take the classes. But someone who is coming at it from zero background might be like, oh, yeah, maybe a class is a good point. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the best class is just getting on stage by far.
Right, yeah, of course. But, I mean, if I was going to take a class, I'd rather take a Steve Martin class rather than a Flapper
There's
class.
just, like, so many little things that no one's going to tell you.
Right.
And you'll go years before you realize it, and then you'll feel stupid. So it doesn't hurt to take a basics.
No.
A basics for sure. But anyway, you guys, click the link in the description for Masterclass. And if you're late on a holiday gift, it's not too late. Oh, I couldn't get you nothing because it didn't come in time. Listen, you ain't got to wait for it to arrive in the mail. It's a great gift, a great New Year's gift for somebody to say, hey, go ahead. I believe in you. It's time for you to start doing that thing you wanted to do. And that's pretty much it, you guys. Also, this episode is brought to you by homeschooledpod.com, which is my website, homeschooledpod.com, where you can click on merch to get our t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs. It's all on there. And you can click on tour just for all the upcoming tour dates. I am in Vancouver, Canada, January 2nd through 5th, and you can get tickets at homeschooledpod.com. And that's pretty much it.
Woo!
We had a great open. We've already gotten to some interesting conversation. I'm here with my guest, if you haven't figured it out by now, Mr. Lee Syatt.
Hello.
Mr. 2019.
Bam. No, Mr. 2020.
Oh, shit. Look out, Mr. 2020
Mr.
coming
2020.
at you.
And then Kevin, I had to kill Kevin. I'm sorry.
Lee ate Kevin.
I did. He's delicious.
Kevin's still out of town, my co-host Kevin Lyons, and he'll be back after the new year.
No, he won't be.
You know what? We got Lee here, and we're gonna have a great episode. Thank you guys for tuning into the Homeschool Podcast. Let's do it.
Please take your seats. School is now in session.
Homeschool Podcast.
Homeschool.
The Homeschool Podcast. Why? Because he was homeschooled.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I don't want to do that at all. A 15-minute open.
I like it. The record?
No, I think we've done really much longer ones before.
They're all me. All the records are me because I keep forgetting.
Nah, but it was like back in the day when I used to do like not the sponsors so close to the front anyway.
Okay, gotcha.
But anyway, man, yeah. So I was gonna tell you this story, right?
Okay. Oh yeah.
We're talking about nothing bothers me more than just people who I don't know I can't even describe it to you. I think it's maybe that they're fake.
Yeah.
And one thing that bothers me the most is when they share it for the world to see. It's one thing to share something that's just like, hey, this is fun to share. But it's another thing where like people go out of their way to say certain things and use certain words or let you know, like people that post it online that like, like someone like they're in the hospital or something like that. And just like,
Oh,
you know what I
God.
mean? Like nothing bothers me more than people that just want attention for something.
You know what's really bothering me right now is those. They're not even memes. It's like it's like hot people post them. It's like they're like words over like the ocean, and they're like, no ocean can move a rock that is solid in its base. Like just something that like doesn't make sense, and it's supposed to be like motivational, but like
Yeah.
I don't know who it's actually motivating.
Oh, the best is when it's like these hot Instagram models that do it.
They all
They
post 'em.
all post it.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
And it's like, bitch, like fucking post an ass pic or I'm out of here. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
do want to say that sometimes.
right? Like we're not here for that.
No.
And if you want to sneak in a little inspirational one in there, fine. Although it's like super, like I don't know, contradicting. You know what I mean? Like it'll be like my ass, my tits, my ass, my tits. And then the next one will just be like, well, God gave us this life. You know what I mean? And it's like,
I don't know if you've noticed because I spent a lot of time on Instagram. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll have an ass or tit pic, and then the caption will be,
oh, that's hilarious.
"God gives us." Like,
That's hilarious.
And it's like, what does this even have to do with it?
Thankful for what God gave.
Yep, exactly. I
but-
think Dr. Mendelsohn gave it to you.
And then there's this one chick I follow. She's like really hot. You know, she's like this
yeah.
thick hot chick, right?
Nice.
And she was
Let's invite her
always
over.
she was always posting like really hot pics and like
Right.
she's like really thick, or she'll show pictures of her like working out in yoga pants and stuff. It's like wow.
Ooh.
Then all of a sudden lately she started posting like pictures of cats. Like you know when you click on someone's stories, and, you know the bars tell you at the top tell you how many stories they have.
Right.
You ever see one that's like you can't even tell how many bars because they're so tiny because there's that many of
I
them.
just turn it right off.
Yeah, I don't even go through those, but she's got like that, and you keep skipping through them fast, thinking like, "Where's the ass?" And it's all cats, and it's just, or there's this one that every now and then will post a picture of her kid, and it's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh.
You know the dudes just come check out your page because they're all horned up and they're looking at pictures of you, and we want to see some kid.
I followed two of those. One is a stripper, like a legit stripper, but like she'll post like all these complaints about guys at strip clubs.
Yeah.
Like, they keep touching. Like, what do you're I don't know, like that, like stuff like that. Well, like, what do you expect us to do?
If I
and
was
then,
a stripper, I would have a social media too.
yeah, no, I don't mind the social
builds
media, but she'll
clientele.
it'll alternate between like sexy naked, basically naked, to be like, I hate when guys treat me like they can just touch me like I'm a performer. Like no, you're not.
Well, she says that because people that follow her actually probably come out to where she works.
I'm
a
sure,
lot,
yeah.
So she wants them to know. But I mean, if you're in that business, I think that you should have two different accounts. You should have like your personal, make it private, you know, for your family and friends, and then you have fucking, you know, the stripper one, you know, like porn stars do.
Would you be if you were a girl? Would you have been like a stripper? I think about it all the time.
If I look good, I don't know. I'd like to. Right now, I say no because I just think like I wouldn't want to. I don't
would have
know.
been a whore. I would have been a dirty whore.
Oh, I'm sure I definitely would use my body for advantages,
Yeah.
but I'm sure that I would definitely be further along in my comedy career
Oh, okay.
and have way more followers on Instagram. But
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to say no because I just feel like I get grossed out by like sharing a pole with some. With
Like
people.
that's like I don't know if I'd be a stripper, but I would definitely be like a sugar baby.
Yeah.
Have, like a sugar
Oh,
daddy,
yeah.
like paying
Yeah.
for things.
Why the fuck not? Yeah, the more power to him.
How great would that be?
I can't. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know. Dirty, gross things kind of gross me out. But like,
Yeah.
nothing against like strippers. I personally just have a problem with like. That's another story too. I went to Disneyland yesterday, bro. Remind me if I
There
can
are
tell you
strippers
that.
at Disneyland?
No.
Okay.
I get like when I come home. I came home and I just felt like 1,000 germs all over my body.
Oh, I'm
like,
sure
I
with
just
all the
wanted
kids.
you know, you touching poles on the rides and hanging on to stuff, and it's like you just around all the people and like not even the kids. I don't know what it is about Disneyland, but like the adults that go there, they all smell like they shit their pants.
Really? I haven't. I went to Disney World a lot growing up, but I haven't been to Disneyland since I've been here.
Dude, Disney, like I didn't even want, like I didn't go because I wanted to go.
Right.
I went
was gonna
because
say.
I had me and Jen were supposed to take our niece and nephew, and because they had tickets that were about to expire, I didn't buy them. Somebody was like, well, I can't take my kids, and you know my sister-in-law was like, we can't take them. Can you take them? The tickets are about to expire, and we were like, sure, you know, we'll spend some time with them and stuff. So I took them, and like one of them actually got sick, so I ended up only taking the one kid. Because they're twins, I only took like the boy. And,
Okay.
And I mean, he's adorable. I had fun with him. But the actual like Disneyland was fucking horrible, dude. I mean, granted, there's no school right now, so it was more packed than usual. Plus, Star Wars opened recently, which I don't give a flying fuck about.
Me either.
But I still sat there in that fucking line for the Star Wars ride, which was
how long were the lines?
2 hours for the line.
What?
For the Star Wars line.
So how many rides did you get to go on? Like 4?
I think we ended up going on like 6 because we kind of did it smart. First of all, he's only 6. He's little.
Right.
And we got a lot of those little rides which weren't as long as a wait.
Oh, okay, good.
But and then also Jen and I'd be like, hey, that one's only 20-minute wait. Like, go on in with that one. And I'm like, I'm gonna go get in line at Star Wars.
Smart.
And then jump in line with me when you guys are done with that ride. So we got as much as we could.
Okay.
But Star Wars line, and the whole time I'm in the middle of the line in Star Wars, dude, it was like, and you get around a corner thinking that you're almost close to the ride, and it's just like, no, that's another room that has more wraparounds for you to sit and wait. Dude, it was a 2-hour wait, and it just stinks. It just fucking stinks. Like kids that haven't had a bath in like 2 years, and it stinks like I'm standing around like a bunch of adults that are like, I got no problem with people about whatever you're into. Star Wars is not my thing, but you could just tell that like some of these guys they're just like dirty. They're like my age, and they smell like they literally have pissed in their pants, which like maybe they have to fucking.
It's a 2-hour wait
to be in line at Star Wars. Maybe they're fucking literally pissing in their pants. It just stinks, dude.
Yeah, none of that appeals to. Like I went to Disney World too much as a kid because my dad liked it.
I bet you it wasn't even as bad.
I don't remember the lines being that
nowadays
bad.
Things are worse.
I think that, but I hate standing in line for anything.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I don't.
Me too.
Even like my one of my open mic buddies is moved to New York, so I went out to a bar one night, and I was just at the Federal in North Hollywood. It's a very basic, boring bar compared to LA.
Yeah.
And I was there for like 45 minutes, and I was like, this is not at all what I want to do with my free time.
What did you have to wait in line to get in?
No, but at the bar.
Oh yeah,
they stand there, and then I don't mind like if you were like gonna.
I mean, they have good food and drinks. I like that bar. It's just upstairs they do comedy too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were saying I haven't done that yet. I just don't. I don't like. Like, you know me. If you were gonna hug me or like touch me, that'd be fine. But I don't like bumping into people I don't know.
Yeah.
I
don't like it either, man. Dude, and when I was in line for Star Wars, there was this Asian ladies behind me. Again, not racist, just giving you the details of the story.
But they're doing all Asian stuff.
But I'll tell you what. I will get racist for a second, because I'll tell you what about Asians in a crowded place. I think it has to do with the country that they're from. This is how they are. Mm-hmm. They don't give a fuck about bumping into people. Asians in a crowded place, they will, like, you ever bumping shoulders with someone while walking and then you both turn around quick, because that doesn't happen every day. Asians, they don't turn around quick because it happens every day. They think nothing about just crashing into people. So, like, this Asian lady was behind me, and there's, like, 2 older Asian ladies, and you could tell they're doing the same thing I was doing, because the kids met up with them later. They got in line for the kids,
Right.
But the whole time she was like crashing into the back of me, and every like corner that we turned, she was trying to slip in front of me to cut me.
Oh,
and I'm just like, I don't care if you're an old lady. I'm not letting you fucking cut
me. I'm going to punch
me.
you in the face.
No, I would just like elbow her back, bro. I don't give a shit. What does Joey say? Cutting off Asians like an Asian?
Yeah. Oh my god. I
didn't even think about that till now.
I just had this image of like Jen calling you like, "Where are you? We're ready for this line." You're like, "I'm actually in Disney jail."
Oh no, man!
I got into a fist fight with
an elderly Asian lady. The lady's face when Jen and the kid and my nephew met up with me. She was like, "Oh hell no, they ain't getting in front line." I'm like, "Yes, we are, bitch. You did the same thing with your kids, right?"
I love it.
Oh, dude, but then, so this is the best part, right? We get almost to the end of the line, and where we start to really see some decor, when you can look out the window and see like this fake giant, like life-size Millennium Falcon.
Whoa.
Which I, by no means a Star Wars fan, but I think anybody's kind of heard of what the Millennium Falcon
know what it
is.
Yeah.
So my nephew, when we finally get there, he's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "That's the Millennium Falcon." He's like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Dude, I waited in line for 2 hours. You don't even know what that is."
You should have watched the movie on your phone while you were waiting in line.
I asked him what ride do you want to go on next? I'm like, this one's 2 hours, this one's 2 hours. You know what I mean? I'm like, you want to go on that one or that one? And he goes, Star Wars. I'm like, all right. So I got in that line, and you don't even know. I'm like, I could have taken him to like Peter Pan and told him it was Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't gonna know the difference.
See, you're a good uncle.
I actually took him in the real Star Wars line, but I didn't know until it was too late that he didn't even know what it was. Oh my God. He just said Star Wars, and I was like, okay.
Well, you got some good karma coming for you in 2020 now.
And I'm like, dude, do you know what Star Wars is? And he's like, they're superheroes. And I was like, ah. I'm like, I don't know, dude.
You should have done it in front of some of those super Star Wars nerds.
Oh, dude,
just to piss them off.
They'd be boiling.
Say what you were saying about Star Wars. They're super. It's like Captain America, right?
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, dude, I was like whispering when we were talking too because I don't even want to get stuck in a conversation. Well, that's exactly what to do. Well, actually, it doesn't. Like, I purposely try not to get into conversations with people.
See, now I kind of like that sort of stuff. Like one of my favorite things to do is like let's say we're walking down the street and then two other people are walking towards us. If someone's like, and then Sally was being ridiculous, and then I'll just say, as we keep walking, like, she was being ridiculous. I like comment little things that they'll never hear, but it makes me happy.
Little things like that. It lets you keep going. So because a guy like me, I'm like, it's not healthy for me to keep it all in because like every little thing bothers me.
Oh yeah.
Like I honk at everybody now.
Oh, I honk at people.
I honk. I tell people stuff. Like if I don't, it's gonna like boil inside. Like I just tell people.
Yeah.
I just straight up tell them like, well, why did you do this then? Like obviously that's gonna happen because you did this. You know what I mean?
I don't do that yet. I keep that inside.
Oh, I point out their stupidity. Yeah, dude.
That's one of my resolutions for 2020.
To be able to tell people what you think.
I don't like you. Leave me alone.
So back to let me tell you the story about me hating people posting stuff that's unnecessary.
Right.
Okay. Do you know what the Nextdoor app is?
I've heard of it. I haven't used it, but I've heard of it.
But you know what it is?
It's like just your neighbors can post stuff.
So you can communicate with your neighborhood.
Okay.
The main reason I think it exists is for safety, you know?
Okay.
And I didn't even hear about it until someone told me about it in my neighborhood, and I was like, okay, I'll get it because Jen is here alone a lot, and she walks a lot, you know, around the neighborhood with the dog and stuff like that. And I just always like kind of worried. And every now and then you'll see people post stuff, and they're like, hey, like, you know what they do? They post their video in there a lot from their Ring doorbell.
Oh, okay.
Like showing like the guy's face, like, hey, this guy knocked on our door and he was like creeping, you know, around.
Wow. Okay.
And you go like, oh shit. So then you take note. And you go like, you know, hey, be careful over there. You know, don't go out at night and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's why I downloaded it. But now I've kept it because it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, really?
Because all it is just like anything on the internet, which is people posting shit that doesn't need to be posted, and other people shitting on them.
Are you just trolling people on the Nextdoor app?
Yes. Like, I don't post a fucking thing in there, but I look at, like, other people just like, does anybody know any good Chinese restaurants? Like, fuck you. Like, what are you're asking people in an app?
No, see, that's when you go, I heard Panda Express is pretty good.
Oh, dude. And people will respond things like that, and they're dead serious. And then some people will go, oh, we love this place, and they'll mention some shitty place. And it just drives me nuts. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Are you going to wait for someone to reply, and then you're not going to get Chinese food until you get a reply? Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, if you're in the mood for the Chinese food right now, go get Chinese food right now. And if it's bad, that's the risk you take. You try Chinese places until find the one you like. Just because someone likes it doesn't mean you're going to like it. And then other people are like, does anybody know a good roofer? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's anyway. I'm picking on shit that does not really that big of a deal.
We were just talking about like Avengers and stuff. Every once in a while, like, have you seen the most recent ones with Thanos and all that stuff?
I have.
Like, and spoiler if anyone hasn't, but his thing is that he snaps his finger, and then half of the population's gone.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm having like a bad day, I'll be like, Thanos had some good ideas.
Yeah, he's Trump.
Like,
I don't know if you realize that, but Thanos is Trump.
I don't know if Trump. I mean, I'm not a Trump person, but I don't know if he wants to kill half the people.
No, not kill them, but essentially, it's the idea. I don't know if you've noticed this, but a lot of Marvel movies, they plant little things like that in there.
Oh, they're trying to brainwash me.
I mean, Thanos is Trump. I mean, it's not killing them, but he wants to get rid of like half of these people because they don't belong here, and they're making the rest of us. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't get rid of the Mexicans. I'd get rid of mostly white people.
Well, I mean, it's not just Mexicans. It's just like whoever's here illegally.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, which brings down our economy. So you can go like, well, he's a dick because he's getting rid of these people, just like Thanos. To be like, oh my god, he's killing all these people. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you can go, well, it is kind of helping out our planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's some good ideas.
It's the same idea. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But no. So now I have started like fucking with people on there.
I love it.
Like, I'll tell you 2 examples. One happened today, which is a really good one. But the other day, this guy, I mean, you could see everything on there about people. You could see their name. You know, they obviously live in your neighborhood.
They put their full name up there?
Yeah, people put their name. You had to put your name up there.
I'm downloading this tonight.
And you can see how old they are, all this stuff. Like, they have like a profile.
Okay.
You know, like Tinder. It's like, I'm 50. You know, my name is this. This is where I live.
I'm scared of
and
Asian
you
people.
communicate with people in your community.
Right.
So, this guy starts writing. This guy's like pissed. This is his complaint that he thought the whole neighborhood should hear about. He posts in there and goes, like, "What's up with the electric scooters? They start in our neighborhood. They started turning them off at midnight. They turn them off now."
Oh, I didn't know that.
He goes, they started turning them off at midnight. He's like, this is fucking bullshit. And like all these people in there are just like, oh my god, did they start turning them off at midnight? You know what I mean? Just like and I'm just sitting there going like, why does this conversation need to exist? And you get an email alert every time a conversation's going on in your neighborhood.
Oh no, I turned that off immediately.
So I look at it, and like most of the time I just delete the email. But if I see a good one, you know, I open it and read the whole thing. So this guy, and then I'll just post in there. I just posted in there. I'm like, bro, like, why don't you fucking walk somewhere, you piece of shit? You know what I mean? Like, This is what you're wasting our time about. You're 50 years old. You're on an electric scooter.
Oh, he would kill himself.
No, he uses them all the time. But I'm like, after midnight, dude, like fucking get in your car, or if you're drunk, you fucking walk, or you Uber. Like, if you're scootering somewhere, it's probably the corner liquor store. Let's just be honest, okay? Just fucking walk down there.
Dude, I
know
hate
guys
that
they use those things to go to the gym. What's the point? Like, just walk, or drive your car to the gym. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm like, bro, you're fucking 50. I gave him a hard time.
People have too much money.
It's not even too much money. They're lazy, dude. They're just lazy.
Yeah, but you have a car, so why are you gonna like? What is the big benefit of taking this little stupid
You ever
scooter?
been to Seattle?
No, I haven't yet.
Or Portland?
No,
I'm using those as an example because that's where I've seen it before, but I'm sure there's other places that have it. That they have those bikes everywhere. You know, like when you go to Santa Monica Beach, the bicycles that you can you take the app, or you know, you rent them. So and then just like the scooters here, you'll pass by somebody's house and you'll just see the bike sitting out there because he took the bike home, obviously. Right. And like, that's how fucking lazy LA is. Like, we can't even do bicycles. We're doing scooters. Like, pedaling's too much.
Yeah. See, I've seen the bikes, and I actually like riding bikes. I would do that. That scooter thing. Like, have you seen them in San Diego? Like,
yeah,
it's bad in LA.
It's dangerous.
But in San Diego, it's a drinking. Like, that's why they turn it off at midnight.
Yeah.
Because I've been in Ubers in San Diego,
and
people
themselves.
just like run right in front of traffic. I saw a dude in LA recently do a U-turn on one of those things in the middle of traffic.
Absolutely insane.
And I'm like, oh, I just wish they die.
And I went into my buddy's house the other day. And
it sounds like you broke into your buddy's house.
No, I'm not going to say his name.
Okay, Kevin
or
Lyons.
where he lives. No, it's not Kevin Lyons. I went to a friend's house. He lives by me, okay? And I saw that he's got one of those scooters in on his balcony. And I'm like, you just leave that in here? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, don't they track it and they know that it's in here? And he's like, no. He goes, my buddy takes them. His buddy's an Armenian guy. Big surprise. They know how to do fucking all this shit. His buddy's like a mechanic, and he goes around the neighborhood and he takes all those scooters. He takes them back to his place and he disarms the tracker, and then he like rewires it or something so that it can never track again, and it doesn't cost any money to fire it up. You could just charge it like a fucking cell phone, and then you just take it, and he's like reselling them.
God bless the Armenians. So you're not any percent Armenian?
0.
It's all Italian?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Have you been lying to me, or did I just make it up in my head that you're part Armenian?
I think that you're confusing me and Sam Tripoli. Sam Tripoli's half and half. Italian.
See, I didn't even know he was half. I knew you were part Italian. Okay.
No, yeah, I'm part Italian, but I'm not Armenian at all.
Okay.
No, but I'm just glad to hear, as illegal and shady as it is, I just hope that eventually that shuts down the scooter business for good.
I have you ever noticed that? I haven't seen anybody do it, but I've seen the aftermath of it is where people go and they knock over like the entire like line of them.
I haven't seen anybody do it either.
Like it's like 7 of them on the ground. People hate them.
Dude, someone told me, because I have a fantasy about
Asians.
No, I have a fantasy about like grabbing them like late at night.
Okay.
And just throwing it over the L.A. River.
Ooh.
You know, right here where I live, we have the L.A. River that runs, and you could just throw it right down there. I mean, it's giant, open, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could just throw it down, and like, yeah, you can track it all you want. It's still down. You gotta still go get it from the fucking river, right? It's not always filled with water unless it rains.
The only thing that scares that make the nervous Jew in me is like, what if they have you on camera doing it?
They don't have cameras on those things.
Well, they have cameras everywhere else, though.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta go at night and you gotta fucking hide your face. And then also, I told you this is a fantasy that I've had.
Oh, okay.
But someone told me that they have been down to like Venice or like Santa Monica area, and they have seen like teenagers throwing them off the pier, like tons of them at a time.
Jesus.
Can you imagine? Like fucking, like they're gone. The company is just like, fuck, we lost those. Do you think they're going in the water and like getting them back?
I hope so. I hope they have to hire a scuba diver to fucking. I don't get any of that stuff.
I wouldn't do that, dude. I wouldn't fucking throw them in the. I just have a fantasy.
I do get
it.
angry about stuff like that, and I have fantasies. Sometimes I have fantasies of like, I wonder if I could hit this person with my car. Like just like some drivers.
I don't want to hit a person. I just want to. Like,
I don't want to kill anybody, but
scooter,
I would like to, fucking.
I don't want to damage my own car either.
That's the other part.
That's a big factor of me not running anyone over. I don't want to damage my own car. I know this sounds like I'm fucked up, but like if you guys lived in Los Angeles, you would.
No, you get angry.
It's the worst people on the planet here.
It really, and you see, like you were raised here.
Mm-hmm.
I know I got that right.
Yeah,
like you were raised here. Like I've been here. It's going to be the start of my 9th year. I'm ready to get out of here. I couldn't imagine being here for as long as
they're the most horrible people on the planet that are here.
And I think there's bad people everywhere. I think people are getting worse. So like honestly, like the older I get, I'm like, I just want to be within 20 minutes of a Best Buy, a movie theater, and like 2 or 3 restaurant options.
And we are.
No, here we are.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like Iowa or Kansas.
Yeah, and you'll be fine.
And just have nobody ever come talk to me ever again.
Yeah, I'm sure it's great.
I think it would be.
And it's not that I'm antisocial. It's just that I just don't like the people here.
I'm antisocial.
I try to be nice to people and talk to people, and then they just right away everyone's just so fucking fake.
Yeah.
They're just way too fake. Like I was saying, like everybody just posts things just to fucking post things. Like just to, and people ask me all the time, like, why does the scooters bother me so much? Part of it is that I think that they're an eyesore and people just leave them in front of my house. But a big part of it is that I think they represent a whole like genre of people. I think they represent people that I don't like.
Yeah.
I think that they represent like, I don't know, maybe you want to call them millennials?
Maybe. I think millennials get a bad rap. I mean, you were just saying there's a 50-year-old guy who's upset about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, maybe it's not millennials because, I mean, millennials are... I've been a really young kid who didn't know shit. No.
I think we're technically millennials.
I don't think so. When I was a young teenager or even like in my early 20s getting married to fucking people I didn't like an idiot, that's like... that was my millennial stage, believing in dumb shit that... When you get older, you start like you know what I mean. I outgrew it. I don't think I'm a millennial anymore. I sure as hell don't identify with the millennials today. But yeah, that's what makes you get an excuse if you're young.
Yeah.
But the 50-year-old guy, it's like you just represent like a whole type of person. You're 50. You're on a scooter. It's just like, you can't walk.
It's like
Nothing bothers me more than laziness.
Laziness is tough, and then entitlement really bothers me. That's what really gets me.
Entitlement's a bad one too.
Because I went to Emerson College. It's an art school. And like nothing really bothers me that much. But then like they always have job postings, and a lot of people are like, oh, like the straight white male gets everything and this and that, and you can't say this word or that word.
Yeah.
But then like. It'll bug me because then someone will post in a job posting like, we're looking for a female editor. Like, you can't. You're not allowed to say that.
You can't do that.
That's illegal.
You can't do that.
And like I get it.
What, you got to come in on the casting couch and audition?
That would be nice. But I get it. Like as far as like being represented in stuff, I understand, and I understand that it probably can be rougher to apply for certain jobs. But you can't in one breath be like you have to do everything right, politically correct here, and then oh yeah, we're allowed to break the law here, and be like, oh yeah, we're looking for people of color, trans gaffers.
Yeah.
Like no.
I mean, it's discrimination to put
Yeah.
that you're specifically looking for one type.
It's illegal. It's and stuff like that bothers me.
But you're not a minority as a straight white man. So
I'm not white. I'm Jewish.
So you can.
All my black friends tell me I'm so happy.
No, but even if you couldn't even sue them. I don't think that you can sue someone for an ad they put. But if you went for the job and didn't get it, you could sue them, I think.
Maybe.
Because you could go in and go, I know your ad said you're looking for a woman, but look at this resume I have. You know, I'm a college graduate. I edited for this show, so I'm more than qualified for your editing job, right?
Right.
And you could say that, and then if they still denied you, and you know what I mean? I think then you could sue them. Be like, well, clearly you were just looking for a woman.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, that part bothers me, but then even, like today, I parked around the corner from your house, and this dude is taking up like 2 spots on the whatever it's called, the curb. And it's like, oh, I get a speeding ticket at 3 a.m. going to Reno because I was going 15 over when it goes from like a 65 to a 25.
Oh, yeah.
All of a sudden, I get a speeding ticket for that. But people who double park,
well, sure,
and all that.
The guy who's double parked around the corner from my house, he's probably the 50-year-old scooter guy.
Probably is. Oh,
he does live in my neighborhood.
I can't stand it.
He doesn't even use his car.
And it's a big car too. It's like a Hummer.
Oh yeah, I know that one. I think.
Yeah, I can't. And that's. I'm sure I do stuff that bothers people, and that's inconsiderate. But it just bugs me. It really it's like nails on a chalkboard to me.
Yeah, me too. And that. Oh, okay. So before we move on, of just bitching, I'll tell you the other story that happened today. Remember on the next story? This is a good one.
Okay.
This is a good one. Okay. This is why I opened it, because this woman said that her and her boyfriend went for a walk, and she said it was around 7 p.m., which it's already dark by that time. And then she said that they noticed like a strange guy in a car, like watching them.
Was it you?
No.
Okay.
But that's why I opened it, is because it's my neighborhood where my wife walks
right.
the dog.
Okay.
So I thought like I'd open it and see like what happened and what maybe the car looked like. What kind of car was it? What color was it? So I thought that's what they were gonna say, so that I can tell Jen, watch out for this car,
right,
if you see it or something like that. So I opened it, and she wrote this thing like she was like a writer. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't trying to get a message across. She was just like she wanted to
on
write.
On the evening of Tuesday.
Yeah, she wrote it like that. It was 7 p.m. We went. This is what she says. She goes, me and my boyfriend went for a walk to get our step goals. Okay, already I'm boiling. To get our step goals in, and she goes, and then in parentheses she goes, I have a Fitbit and he has a Apple Watch, and then continues on with, and then we thought some guy was, and then the thing was much longer. So I'm just sitting there like going, okay, and I actually wrote this. Yes, I do troll.
I like it.
I fuck with people all the time. I just fucking get on them. And it has my full name on there too, which is great. We're all neighbors, but nobody knows who I am. But I wrote on there and I go like, thank you for sharing. And I'm like, you could have let us know what the guy looked like. You could have let us know what kind of car he was driving, so that your neighbors can be on the lookout for a guy who's creeping and following you, right? And I go, but you left that out, but you let us know what watches you were wearing. Like right. That's what I wrote, just to fuck with people. And then, but it's true though. And oh my god, so many people started to go like, "Thank you for saying that." Like, what stuff? Like, you guys out of your mind, you know? And then the best part is that like apparently the boyfriend got scared and left her, and that was the part of it. But she didn't even like say it like, "Oh my god, can you believe my boyfriend left me?" She goes, "I didn't want to go back to the house because I didn't want the guy to know which house was mine." But my boyfriend wanted to go back to the house, so he got scared and went back to the house, and I just kept walking. So the comments just went on and on about like you need to fucking leave your boyfriend. Like that dude just ditched you when a creeper was out there.
Well, I kind of get it now from what she's writing.
Why he ditched her?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she was just like, "Should I get a restraining order?" And like somebody wrote like, "For what? What are you gonna tell him? The guy in the car? Like you can't. You know what I mean?"
Oh, I'm definitely downloading this tonight.
And then people were like, "Get a restraining order against your boyfriend." Like it's just great. It's fucking classic.
Are you just making a bunch of accounts and you're replying to yourself?
I'm thinking about deleting it because it's not really using it for what other than I might possibly get a good bit out of it one day.
Yeah, of course.
But not everybody has my name and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why you go by like a pseudonym.
Yeah. But I don't post anything, so it's not like people are going to know like I'm out of town or where I live. You know, they just see my full name. I don't post anything other than commenting on other people's shit.
Oh, okay. I love it. I love that. That's one of my favorite things. Like, I don't know if I told it on here, but my ex is Mexican, and right when Trump was getting elected, I signed her up for Trump's mailing list. And it made her so mad. Like it made her so mad that it still brings me joy to think about it. So like little stuff like that.
Like email or
email list? Yeah, I put her.
Bro, you should have went old school.
What's that?
Like actual mailing list.
We were living together at the point. that would have been scary though if she got mail at that.
So you weren't broken up yet?
No, we weren't. Oh, that would be funny if I did it to her now.
You should go back and do it now.
Oh yeah, I definitely run for 2020. See, stuff like that.
She might already be getting them because you did it once before. So now there's a new election.
I think she unsubscribed. I just remember she was like, well, "How did he get my email?" I was just sitting there.
You never said it?
Oh, no, I did.
Oh, fuck.
I was just
now she'll know it's you.
Oh yeah, that's true. But fuck it, who cares?
That would be hilarious. Or you could just be like, I don't know. They probably had it since last time.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
That's so funny, man.
I love tease like that sort of stuff. I like just teasing people.
Yeah.
I'm not really a huge busting balls kind of person, but like if I know something bothers you, I'll probably pick at it a little bit. It's just it makes me giggle. Like what? Okay, so you're a big Everybody Loves Raymond fan.
Yeah.
My mom is like the real life version of Marie. Like obviously not as mean and crazy.
Mom is.
But it drives my mom nuts when I say that. She's like, "I'm not Marie." So every once in a while, I'll be like, "Hey Marie, how you doing?" And she'll, "I'm not Marie. Don't say that."
Oh, really?
And it just brings me so much joy.
You like that? You like fucking with her?
Yeah.
You like teasing her?
Yeah.
That's busting balls, bro. That's busting balls.
I like the word teasing better. Because it makes me feel better about doing it to my mom.
Yeah. I think that it would bother my mom too. If I said that. Oh yeah. I think that one time, I'll tell you this: my parents are super sensitive.
Okay.
My parents are super overly, extremely sensitive, and like for example, this I won't go into detail, but this holiday we had some family drama because of something that my older sister, who doesn't even live here, did, and my parents take it too seriously. Like they take it to heart, and they take it like a personal attack. And I think one time, a long time ago, I like implied that my parents did something like Frank and Marie from Everybody Loves Raymond, the parents, and my mom like cried for a week.
Oh no! Yeah.
She was like so offended.
See, I don't want to make anyone cry. The crying kind of ruins it.
I mean,
but if they just get frustrated,
dude, my parents will cry over everything. They're so sensitive.
Yeah, that is kind of weird, right? Like my parents, my dad was like an angry guy when I was growing up, and now he gets teary-eyed about stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
this is weird.
My dad was an angry guy growing up, and I don't think he's as angry anymore, but I think he's still got it inside.
Yeah.
You know, he tries to hold it in. Oh, he's not doing a great job all the time.
No, he'll still get mad.
It was just like, I get mad too, though. I think that's the difference. Like I get mad, like when I was a little kid, you just get scared. If your dad, you get scared.
Right.
Now I get mad too.
Oh, at your dad?
Yeah, like when he I don't know, lays it on me, I'll lay it right back on him.
Oh, okay. My dad lives 3,000 miles away, so I get to avoid most of that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I won't, like I said, I don't want to go into detail, but something happened over the holidays where it was just like, I just was like, this was like totally ridiculous too. My parents like took something so personal that like my older sister did. And also I think it comes from being like, I'll tell you two things I think it comes from. I think it comes from being too religious, which my parents are. Everything offends them. But also my dad, I think, is very hypocritical because he tells dirty jokes all day.
He just doesn't like yours?
He tells dirty jokes. Not mine, but he tells dirty jokes. He could speak foul.
Right.
He uses bad language, but it's
Mr.
like
Zoida.
not cool when somebody else does it. Like he thinks it's not Christian.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I get that.
And then the other reason I think is I think we were talking about getting married too young. I think that my parents got married too young.
Yeah, well, that was the thing back then. Like I remember being a kid, and my parents, they had me when I think my dad was 35 and my mom was 32.
I think that's a decent age.
Yeah, well, they had been married for a few years, but they like, and when I was growing up, I was like, oh, my parents are older than some of the parents.
Are you older than your brother?
Yeah.
Okay, so he came. So you were the first kid. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm the oldest. And I was like, oh, I don't want to be an old dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just felt weird. But now looking at it, I'm like, yeah, why? Like, there's people I went to high school with who have kids who are like 6, 7, 8 years old now.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds terrible.
Dude, I think that's a really good responsible age where your parents didn't have kids till like 35 and they were married for a little bit before that. Like,
Yeah.
My parents got
What's the
married.
rush?
My parents got married when my mom was 16
What?
and my dad was 19.
They got married
Mm-hmm.
in America?
Mm-hmm. And my mom's dad had to sign something saying that he was allowing his minor to get married.
Did your mom finish high school?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know the answer to that question.
That
I
is
doubt it.
so young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that could be a little bit young.
And then they had a kid right away. So I think that getting married young and having kids young, I think it has a lot to do with like your maturity when you get older.
Yeah, because it forces you to be an adult before you're an adult.
And I think that my parents are like, you know, my parents were parents when they were babies themselves.
Yeah.
Like they weren't really because I think about myself when I was 16 and then 19 and even 21, and I think that like all the mistakes I've made.
Do you remember how, or at least for me, I felt really adult at like 18, 19, 20, 21.
Mm-hmm.
And now looking back, I'm like, oh, I feel like less of an adult at 31 than I did at 21. Like I thought shit was ready. Like I do some stuff that I have to do, and I do adult stuff, but like I feel like I know less now. Or
I think that I definitely feel like an adult now compared to then.
Really?
But at the time, I felt like an adult.
I still don't really feel like an adult.
Really?
No,
I've made huge improvements since then. Like I probably I'm obviously half responsible for my first marriage not working, probably because I was too mature, and I made a lot of mistakes. I feel like I've made a lot of improvements since then. I feel like I'm a lot more responsible in my relationship and with just life in general and paying bills and fucking being not like knowing shit and being mature about shit. I honestly feel like it. I feel like a lot more grown up.
Yeah, I don't. I was looking at your story tonight, and you were making like chiapino or something.
Dude,
I was like, dude, he knows how to cook stuff.
It was good. Yeah, dude. That's actually like my third time making it.
It looked good.
Yeah, it's so good, dude. Well, I mean, you know, I can only eat fish, so you got to get creative. But yeah, it was good, bro.
How long are you gonna do that no meat thing? Is that a forever thing?
It's a forever thing, I think.
Wow.
I haven't. It started out with me like doing months at a time, and then it just it became too like
No chicken too.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Every time I would go back to meat, like on my off weeks, I wouldn't want it.
Interesting.
It would gross me out. And then
Okay.
like the more you look into, I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan because I still eat cheese and eggs and milk, and I still eat fish. I guess you call me a pescatarian, right?
Right.
I don't put any labels on it. The more you look into things like that, which you will look into it because you just go like, well, what can I eat that's delicious? You know what I mean?
That's
And
the
still
thing
have
is I'm
delicious
not a fish
food.
person. The only thing I like is shrimp.
I bet you there is fish that you like, and you just haven't tried it.
I also have like these ideas in my head of me not liking it from when I was 7.
Right. I'm sure there's delicious things. I don't think I liked it when I was a kid.
I need to retry salmon or something.
Oh, dude, I have like amazing things now.
Really?
I'm so happy about the way I eat. I have like, and it's not that expensive either.
It looked like a real adult meal you made tonight.
That was Saturday night I made that, but that was.
You just posted it today?
I just posted it today.
Liar.
I don't like posting over the weekend.
You're so fake.
I don't post over the weekend. Yeah, I try to stay off social media on the weekends. But no, dude. What was I saying? That didn't even cost me that much.
No?
I think the whole thing probably cost me $25 to make that whole big pot of soup.
Really?
Yep. I had salmon, shrimp, scallops, mussels, clams in there.
Like one of each? How did you get all that for $25?
No, man. I went to Whole Foods. I go, give me 4 clams, give me 4 scallops, give me half a pound of mussels, which is, I don't know, 8 mussels. And then I go to Trader Joe's, which oddly enough has the best fucking salmon.
Really?
Like raw salmon for $8, dude. You get a giant piece of fucking fresh salmon.
Nice.
And yeah, dude, it does not cost. And then the rest is white wine and tomatoes.
That's it?
Well, I mean, I grill onions. That's what I don't know if everybody does that. Before you can make any kind of soup, you fucking grill onions in the bottom of the pot first with butter.
Right.
Until you can smell onions. You know what I mean? That's how you know it's time. And then I add in white wine. Then you fucking put a little fish stock.
Ooh.
Yeah, bro. And then you put all your spices. And then once you get that I dropped in my tomatoes. I made my own tomato sauce.
You need to do your own masterclass.
Man, I just
pescatarianism.
No, I watched a lot of YouTube videos.
Really?
And,
Yeah.
I a couple of different ones, and then I'll see like whose I liked, and I take a little bit from everybody's recipes. I'm like, some people put carrots. I'm like, I don't want fucking carrots in my Chiapino. Get the fuck out of here.
That's true.
You don't put carrots in that.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you look great. It's obviously working for you.
Yeah, but the more that you look into things like that, once you're trying to eat like that, you'll do research, and the more you do research, the more you find out how terrible fucking meat is. And I just don't want anything to do with it. You know what I mean?
No, I saw that documentary, like Game Changer, or whatever it is.
Dude, Game Changers was a good documentary, bro.
Yeah, it
That was
showed
a
a
good
lot.
one.
It's especially with the hard stuff.
Yeah, it has an agenda like everything else.
Yeah, that's why I can't. That's why I try to stay away from documentaries, because I'm kind of stupid, and I believe every documentary.
It made me almost want to stop eating fish for a little bit, to be honest with you. But I don't know if I could do it. I gotta have something. You know, I gotta have something.
Have you tried the Beyond stuff yet?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I can't have it all the time, but I actually Beyond is not as good to me as the Impossible.
Okay, why can't you have it all the time?
There's soy product in it. You don't want to eat soy all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
What happens when you eat soy?
It's really bad for men.
Really?
Yeah. It creates like a natural estrogen.
Like if you have like
I get
tofu?
headaches a lot.
Really?
It's not good for you. You'll get what they call for men bitch tits. You get little saggy boobs.
Oh man.
Yeah. Soy is not good to have all the time.
I had no idea.
It's just not good for your brain. It gives me headaches too.
Okay.
But I have it every now and then if I feel like having a burger, which is never. But every now, like, there's a couple places that I actually like their Impossible Burger, and it tastes pretty real.
I haven't tried it yet.
Impossible Burger tastes pretty fucking real, bro.
Okay.
I know that all these tofu bullshits, it's not all 100% tofu either. It's like it's plant-based, and there's some tofu product in it.
Okay.
But then most of the like fake burgers are all tofu. Dude, this one tastes like Impossible Burger. Like, do you go to the Stand?
In New York?
No, the Stand. It's like a lunch place. There's one in Calabasas. There's one in here in Encino. It's like a chain of sandwiches and salads and burgers. It's good, dude. It's really fucking good. I always get like their ahi sandwich.
Okay, and they have a good ultimate one?
Dude, their Impossible Burger is like, the first time I had it, I was like, are you kidding me? This isn't real? Like the stupid commercials. This isn't real or what? Like, you know what I mean? That's how I felt.
I'll have to try it now.
It was crazy. But I forget why I got on this. Yeah. Anyway, just doing the more research you do, the more I find out that I just didn't want to have anything to do.
Yeah, we were just talking about being an adult and making choices.
Yeah, man. I'm so happy with my diet. The worst part about it, the fucking worst part about it, is the other people, especially men, they give you a hard time.
Yeah, pussy.
Bro, you fucking pussy. You know, your buddies will call you that. I have a friend who I love him to death, and only people who you love will get away with, man, you're a fucking pussy, and you laugh, right?
Right.
But some people, like, Thanksgiving and Christmas was tough for me Tough wasn't as bad because Thanksgiving was only a month ago and we already had this conversation, so people didn't really get on me as much. But Thanksgiving was tough, dude. Thanksgiving was like people just giving me a fucking ear beating on why I should eat meat, you know. And it's all people that have like done zero research on it. They were just told it their entire life. You know, they read the wrong facts. And guys are just like, men need to have meat. And it's just like, bro, like,
I don't think that's true.
You have no clue what you're talking about, you know. And it's just starting to annoy me that people that I meet, they all kind of want to tell me that, and I'm just like, I get a little annoyed.
Oh yeah, no, I get annoyed too when people like try to like force their way into your life. You're like, listen, man, we could like even if you're right, like leave me alone.
Yeah, leave me alone. One guy tried to tell me, like a friend of a friend who was at Thanksgiving, he tried to tell me that one of his friends tried it. He's like, one of my friends tried it, the no meat thing, and he was like, he went 2 weeks and his knee started hurting, and then he went to the doctor and all of a sudden his knee went out, and the doctor told him that it's because he's not getting enough meat. And I'm like, first of all, your friend's a bitch.
I was gonna say, yeah. Let's talk to this doctor.
2 weeks without meat and your friend's already falling apart. Like that's not even a thing. You know what I mean? His knee was broken already. Okay,
right, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
he was 800 pounds and had bad knees.
What things that tries to tell that people bothers me is that people try to tell me things like, well, you got to be careful. It's really unhealthy. My friend tried it. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, guys, I'm 8 months in. You know what I mean? Like nothing's happened to me yet. Like I know what I'm doing. I've obviously done the research. I've obviously done it right.
Yeah, and like that's like as a fat guy, obviously I need to lose weight. And I think I'm gonna join Weight Watchers. That's what it looks like I'm gonna do. But like the people who bother me are like they do coke on the weekends or they smoke cigarettes. I'm like, it's the same thing. It's just we have different vices.
Yeah.
Like leave me alone.
Yeah. That's exactly what I said because these guys all smoke cigarettes. They're all trying to tell me health tips and then they go outside to smoke. Are you guys out of your fucking mind? You think you're that much healthier than me? You know?
Yeah, they do.
Like, come on, man. That's a fucking cancer stick right there, bro.
I'll just say yes. Like Joey says yes him to death, and
I smile and nod.
Yeah.
I smile and nod. And then my wife like tells me like, just don't listen to him. Just let it go for now.
See,
just don't say nothing. Because she knows I'll fucking get annoyed at one point and say something.
Oh yeah.
So I try to be good.
See, that's why I don't go out that much. I'm just like I don't want to deal with any of these people.
Oh, dude, I'm like I almost got into a fight the other day on Christmas Day with somebody.
What?
It's a long story too.
Jesus' birthday.
No, it's a long story too.
Okay.
I was out at a bar and some guy got out of line, and
you gotta put him back in line.
Yeah, I went to Residuals. It's right next to Sushi Dan.
Yeah, I've been there.
My buddy works there, and I usually go stop by there on Christmas Day and because he always works, and I always bring him some food.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, we're good friends. I've been doing it for years. And I sit there, and he I mean, I'm no fucking Saint Nick. He gives me some fucking alcohol, okay? Right. And I sit there and have a drink.
You bring him a peanut butter sandwich. You know, what do I get him?
No, and then we bring like some cookies and some Christmas food and stuff, and so that's why I was at the bar on Christmas Day, and some guy just got out of line, man. Fucking had him thrown out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you ever thrown anybody out on stage?
Yeah.
I've never done that yet.
While you're on stage?
Yeah, I've never had to do that yet.
I've never specifically asked the club to throw anyone out. I never went like, guys, you got to get him out of here, please. I've never had to do that because I'm either working at a club that has security, which they usually don't even wait for you to ask them. They'll just do it on their own.
Oh, okay.
Good clubs that have security will have someone go over there and tell them something for the first warning, second warning, they're gone.
Right.
On the other hand, I do the opposite of clubs of those. So you either have a good club or you're at a bad club.
Right.
And the bad club don't have security.
Right.
So I've never had to do that either. You just deal with them.
Oh, okay.
You know.
I've been pretty lucky. I haven't had any. I've had a couple hecklers, but nothing too bad yet.
I have had people thrown out.
That's wild.
I've also stopped people from being thrown out.
Really?
While I'm on stage because they came over to get them out, and I just said, no, it's okay. You can just leave them. And I'm like, you're gonna be good, right? You know, like that.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was telling a guy like, you're gonna keep it down now, right?
You're gonna behave.
Yeah, you behave. And I'm like, one more time, I'll tell them to come back, take you out. And then usually that works. They'll chime it down.
Oh yeah.
And then sometimes they don't. And I'm like, all right, come get them. And then they come get them a third time.
Has anyone ever like confronted you outside of the show being like, "Why were you talking to me?" or like, "Why did you get me kicked out?"
No.
No, that's when I get nervous.
No. Yeah.
I've been lucky. I really haven't had anything where I'm like, "Oh, I want to kick this guy out."
Yeah.
But it's like, I overthink everything. I'm like, so what if I kick someone out and then they're waiting for me outside?
I think I'm a special case because I worked in a comedy club for so many years, so I've gotten into so many fights and arguments and had to kick so many people out of clubs before.
Oh yeah.
Just at the bar, not even in the showroom.
Wow, what is that like?
It's not fun, dude. It's not fun at all.
You don't get any like a little boner doing it?
No, I don't like it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a comedy, club. It's a good place to have fun and laugh and forget about worries. And you get some idiot who fucking gets drunk,
right?
To ruin the time for everybody. I don't want to have to throw him out. Plus, I get anxiety. Like I don't know if you I get like when you're about to fight, you get like that. I don't know. I get like fucking like adrenaline. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh yeah.
I don't like it.
I've told on some people. I told on some people at a movie theater.
I can see you telling on some people.
I am a big tattletale.
Bro, I'll tell on people in the movie theater.
I know I never did it, but I did it once. Like this guy brought a dog in, and it was terrible. The movie theater didn't do shit. And I actually called 911 the other day because someone was driving the wrong way down Chandler. I was like, they're gonna kill somebody.
The one way, yeah. Chandler's a one-way street.
Yeah, it's a one-way street on both sides. They're driving the wrong way, and I feel bad. I don't want to be a snitch, but I'm like,
dude, I've seen someone driving on the orange line on Chandler.
Oh, I love that. that just makes me happy.
For those of you guys listening, the orange line, which runs along Chandler, is the road that's only for buses to drive on.
And if you're not from here, like that mistake I could see. But if you're on the if you're on the just opposite side of the street, like how do you make that mistake?
Yeah. But to go back to I think that you can get married too young. You can and having kids too young. I think it kind of you start becoming a parent before you kind of grew up yourself.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I could just like I think that it's not great for the relationship. I mean, hey, listen, my parents have lasted this long.
Yeah.
So I think that they obviously have something working in their relationship.
What are your thoughts on children?
I don't want any children.
No?
No, not at all.
And little Agostino?
No, not at all. And
kids,
Disneyland
though.
Reassured it yesterday, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want kids. I like kids a lot. I absolutely love the fact that I can leave them.
Yeah, oh my God.
I was just telling Jen last night because we went to Disneyland with our nephew, and he's fun and adorable, and even still, you're a little like I had enough of him.
Oh yeah.
By the end of the day, like they just want you to buy everything and fucking.
Isn't it crazy how much they eat?
It's insane. This dude yesterday was like, after the first ride, we're like, "What ride do you want to do now?" He's like, "I want a hot dog," and we're like, "It's 11 a.m." And he's like, "I don't care. I want a hot dog." So we get him a hot dog. Next thing you know, he's like, "I want a hamburger." I'm like, "Dude, you just ate a whole hot dog by yourself, and you're not even like that big."
No, they're not. Like
they put it away.
I took two little kids to the Dodgers game, and I into like the all-you-can-eat section.
Yes.
And thank God.
The all-you-can-eat section is the way to go.
Because they did it nonstop.
Yeah.
Like they would go and get a hot dog and nachos and pour the nacho cheese on the hot dog, and then they wouldn't like it because it'd fall apart.
Kids can fucking put it away, dude. But what I was telling Jen last night though is that I liked the fact that I got to take him back home to his mom's house.
Yeah.
I got to go home. I'm like, because the whole time I was sitting there feeling dirty. I wanted to take a shower. I was exhausted, tired. All I could think about was I can't wait to get home. But imagine if when you got home finally, it didn't end.
No.
Now you got to give him a bath. Then you got to put him to sleep. You know what I mean? Probably feed him again. And then you still haven't even taken care of you yet.
Especially as someone who works at night. Like, that must be really tough for comedians.
I'm not trying to put down being a parent. I'm just recognizing how hard it is. Yeah. So I commend anybody that did it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And also, I would, if I was going to have a kid, it would be one. Because even if you have two, like I was telling Jen yesterday, I'm like, if we did take both kids yesterday, then we wouldn't have been able to each have a break from them at one point.
Right.
Because I was going in line by myself, and she'd take him on a ride, and then we switch. Okay, now you wait in that line, I'll take him on this ride, and then we'll meet up with you. And that times where you were by yourself in line, even though it's like I'm in line, I had a little bit of time to myself.
Quiet time, yeah.
Quiet time, in my own thoughts, and I looked on my phone, and I was checking the scores of the football game, and I don't have to worry about am I going to lose a kid? But if you get two, we each would have split up with one, and we would always had one.
How does Jen feel about it?
About kids?
Yeah.
She feels the same way as I do.
Yeah, that's important.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we really love our nieces and nephews. We love kids. I love visiting, but I love leaving.
See, I'm not ready for them at all yet, but I definitely do want them.
Mm-hmm.
So I could never be with someone who doesn't want kids.
Yeah. I also think I would be a great dad, to be honest with you.
I'm very surprised to hear you say you don't want one.
Yeah, I just don't.
Change, I guess.
I'm good with them. I'm really good with them. I mean, I mean, my other nephew, the one who's like 16 now.
Right.
Him and I have a great relationship where he talks to me where other people can't get a hold of him or get through to him and stuff like that. It's just I just know how to talk to people. I think I'm good at it. And I even went on some rides yesterday that I think were scary for kids, and he didn't even get scared like he almost did. There was a couple of times where I can see he was getting scared. He just didn't want me to know.
Oh yeah, of course.
But I think we got through it because I was just talking to him the whole time. Like when we went on Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know if you know, it's really dark inside.
Okay, no, I haven't been.
Yeah, it's really, really dark, and everything's at night, and there's pirates that are kind of creepy, and there's skeletons and stuff like that. And I was afraid that one might be a little scary for him, but he wanted to go on anyway. And it was dark, and he kept I could see at one point we'd be like, "You're not scared, right?" You know what I mean? Like Jen was asking him, "Are you scared?" And he would be like, "No," like he was embarrassed, but I can see that he put his head down. And kind of put his hand over his eyes because he didn't want to look at it.
Right, yeah.
Because he could feel that he was gonna get scared or cry or something. But I would just talk to him. I'd be like, "Hey man, you see that one right there?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, that one's name is blah 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 blah." And he's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What? You know what he does?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, well, he gets the gold and he gives us that." Like, you know what I mean? I just gave it backstory.
Okay.
And you know what I mean? And he asked, distracting him, yeah. And he asked me, and he's like, "Are they real?" He kept saying, "Are they real?" I go, "No, they're not real." He's like, "Pirates aren't real." I'm like, "Pirates were real. But these ones aren't."
Right. There are pirates on the ocean. Never go into the ocean.
Yeah. I like kids, man. I don't know, man. My cousin just had a kid, and he's like 49.
Wow.
And I think that if I do have a kid, I might wait till I'm that age.
I mean, Joey did it. It's definitely possible.
He seems happy with his kid.
Oh, yeah. That was part of the cool. I went over there for Thanksgiving and for Christmas Eve.
Oh, cool.
And
if you take care of yourself, you can be a healthy older dad.
Yeah. But it's just it's what's all we've been talking about. It's just it was nice to be like, okay, 3 hours. I would spend 3 hours, and she had some sugar rushes, and
oh yeah,
she got real excited. Then I'm like,
she's fun though too.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see you.
When I was over there one time, I was last time I was there, I was playing kick something with her. I was kicking the thing back and forth, playing soccer back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, she's I was saying, kids are fun, man. I have fun with them, but I get to be there for the fun part.
Do your parents like being grandparents more than they like being parents?
I don't know, but I can tell you that they want me to have a kid, and my dad gets mad when I say I don't want one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he really gets on me about it. But then my mom complains about the grandkids being over, and she's tired.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, you're welcome. And I also see the hell. I won't call it hell. I'll take that back. But I see the trouble my parents go through with some of their kids. When you have that many kids, odds are not 100% of them are going to turn out normal or okay.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I only have 3 sisters.
Okay.
So out of 4 kids, one of them is going to be fucked up.
Right.
Maybe even 2. And then all of those kids have kids. You're going to have a bunch of grandkids, you know, and now you're all stressed out. My parents are not retired. They're fucking both workers. So on their day off, I know I enjoy my days off.
Me too, yeah.
And my mom can't have a day off. She's like grandma, you know. So not only am I helping her out by not having a kid, I'm helping me out by one day not having grandkids.
Right. That's true. Like that's the only thing right now that makes me want to have a kid. And my mom hasn't pushed it at all, actually.
Well, that's good.
But I know she'd be a great grandma.
Sure.
So I keep teasing. One of the things I tease her with is, "Hey, can I just have a kid and give it to you for a few years?"
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "No, they need their parents."
Yeah.
That's basically her just saying, "No, I don't want to raise your kids for you."
Of course. Why? And they shouldn't have to. I mean, you should be in a position where you're willing and able to raise your own kid. And I'm neither.
You know, I'm nowhere near that.
Like I said, I think I'd be a good parent, but I want to be financially stable.
Yeah, which is impossible in LA.
And I want to be willing. Like I want to have a kid.
Right. Yeah.
And right now I don't.
Yeah. So are you gonna get a vasectomy?
No.
No, you're not gonna snip.
Nah, bro. My pull-out game's strong.
Is
dude.
it really? Mine's pretty good too. I don't get to practice that often, but
my pull-out game's pretty strong, bro.
it is. I was always proud of mine.
Well, right now she's on the pill, so.
Okay.
And even if we had a little accident, then there's the other pill.
There's Plan B. They got stairs.
If they start lawing out those ones, then maybe I'll start wearing a condom.
Okay.
I don't think I'll ever do a vasectomy.
Yeah.
You'd have to put me out.
Don't they put you out?
I don't think so. I think
cut
they just
right
numb
into
it. I think they numb it.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
I don't like that at all, bro. I faint when they're taking blood.
Really?
I faint at some movies.
Why?
Or like I get really grossed out by a lot of stuff.
See, I don't mind gross stuff. I don't like scary
Surgeries bother
things.
me. I don't care about scary things.
I hate scary
surgeries
things.
bother me. Like I can watch a movie with violent blood. I can't watch a movie with surgery.
Interesting.
Like small knives making small incisions, needles taking blood, anything medical. Like I'll throw up.
And you fainted in a movie theater?
I've almost did, and I've ran out and had to go into the restroom. And I threw up
Oh,
in
damn.
the middle of the movie, and I almost did again. I saw Uncut Gems.
I did too. I saw that.
So you saw it, right?
Yeah.
I almost threw up in the first second. It opens up going through someone's colon.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember the opening sequence?
I went with Joey. We had a few edibles, so I might have to go watch it again.
It opens up with like all going through like different pinks and colors and stuff like that, and you don't really know what it is, but then you can hear the doctors talk about colon, and then it comes out with the camera looking inside.
Oh.
I almost threw up.
That's
I
hysterical.
had to look away. I had to close my eyes. I'm like, otherwise I will have to run out of this theater.
But that's better. Everyone always laughs at me when I go see scary movies. Cause I'll jump, I'll scream. I don't do well.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, you're a
but
man.
I could never get a vasectomy for that reason. You'd have to put me out.
Have you had the finger up the butt yet?
Nope.
It's not that bad.
I'm not gonna do it.
You have what do you have to do it?
I ain't gonna do it.
What do you mean?
I ain't that mature.
That's how they check for like one of the most important kinds of cancer.
Man, I just better not get none. I couldn't tell you for
It just
sure.
feels like pressure. It's like
I couldn't tell you
pressure.
for sure because I maybe he just didn't tell me, but I bet you anything my dad's never gotten it either, and he's 60-something years old.
Dude, the only weird part is I've had it twice, and one time the guy had me do it standing up, and he put me he leaned against the table,
Yeah.
and then one time he had me and the worst one was this one where they have you get in the fetal position on the edge of the table, and then it just kind of sneaks his finger up there.
Dude, that's
I don't like that at all.
no, of course not. I ain't doing. You have to put me out for that too. I'll tell the doctor, man. I'll just tell him if you insist
put
on
you out
doing
for
that, you
everything?
got to put me out for it. Like I'm not I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna throw up on you. Like I've thrown up on doctors' floors countless times.
Wow, I stabbed a doctor once
Oh my god! With what?
with a needle. Because when I was a kid, I hated needles.
And you pushed
Now-
it away.
Yeah, now I still
And it
don't
got
like
him?
it. Yeah, well, because we had a deal. I mean, Dr. Nathan, we know we had a deal. So I'd be like, all right, I'll tell you when I'm ready. And I think she was just sick of it.
Mm.
So she went to do it, and I smacked it away,
Oh.
and it got her in the finger.
Oh.
She was not.
Even
she,
you telling me the story right now is like it's close.
She was not
It's
too happy
close.
with me about that one.
Sorry, 1 second.
No, it's okay.
I got another podcast right after you.
Tell your next door people come and get you.
Was it? Yeah, dude. Just fuck it. Doctor's floors. I couldn't tell you how many times I've thrown up on a doctor's floor, bro.
Oh wow.
I threw up on a doctor's floor this year,
Jesus.
and I tell them. I always warn them. I tell them I just don't like it. Don't talk about what you're gonna do. Don't fucking if you're gonna come in here and take blood, come in here and take blood. I at this point I can really try my hardest to just let you do it.
Right.
But I go, don't talk about it while you're doing it. Don't tell me the vein and I gotta squeeze and I gotta pinch
you
just
ever
a little
donated
more.
blood?
No.
I went down once when Simone was doing one of those blood drives.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't do it.
And I
feel
didn't
bad for
I didn't
people,
think
but-
about it, but they have like the bag of blood
Yeah.
by your feet.
Yeah.
And I saw that, and I was like,
I can't.
I got a little lightheaded. I was like,
I can't.
This is a little bit much.
Dude, yeah, no. They don't want to listen. One time when I was a little kid, bro, and I told them, I'm going to throw up if you try to take blood from me. And the doctor was like, oh, you're not going to throw up.
I'm going to throw up.
I was probably 8 years old, and I remember this. Because I remember my mom telling him, like, yeah, he does. And the doctor was like, no, it's fine. It's quick. Every doctor thinks that they were the best at doing something. Oh, not the way I do it. Okay. Took my blood. Second later, threw up all over his carpet.
Oh, my God.
This was a long time ago, so there was carpet back in the doctor's offices.
Oh, yeah.
So, and he was like pissed, dude. It left a stain, and he was like, "I just had the carpet put in," and then I remember like I went back because that was like our family doctor. The next time I went back, the stain was still there.
He's pissed at you,
dude. That dude, I bet you, because I know for a fact that he still practices, because I grew up here, and my last insurance that I had an HMO. And with an HMO, they send you the ID card with your doctor's name already on it.
Right.
And it was his. It was him.
Hysterical.
And if you tell him, like, I'm the kid that threw up on your carpet, he's going to remember.
Oh, you should go back and get him on your podcast.
He's probably an old man now.
It's still probably the same carpet. Like, fuck.
I don't know if he's even in the same office anymore. Who knows? I don't even remember I was a kid where he was. But the same neighborhood. But, yeah, dude, I just can't do it. And at the end of the day, this was a couple months ago, the girl had to take blood, and it's just the finger prick one, not even the needle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Those little poop and like that. And she's like, it's just fast, whatever. I'm like, okay, I think I can handle that. I'm like, but just so you know, I threw up. Like, don't talk about it. Don't tell me what you're doing. Just do it fast. And she's like, okay. And she goes to do it, and then she's like, well, I didn't really get it. And she's like, but I have the hole open, so let me squeeze a drop of blood out. And I was like, we all lost. We all just lost. You just said squeeze and drop of blood. And we're in a doctor's office. I right away went like, we're done. We're done. She's like, I didn't get the blood, dog.
Right.
I'm sorry, but we're done.
So if I say this and you start feeling woozy, just tell me and I'll stop. But like, let's say you get a paper cut.
Okay.
And blood starts coming out after a second, like delayed.
Nah, doesn't bother
So
me.
it's just medical
It's
stuff.
all medical.
Okay.
Yeah. I've had paper cuts before.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me.
I kind of want to see if I can get you to faint. I don't want you
I'll
to...
throw up first.
Okay.
I'll throw up. I'll feel faint. I use it. I've never fainted. I take that back. I always feel like I'm going to. I always feel super lightheaded.
Ooh,
and like, I don't know. Who knows if I actually like may one day. I'm always really, I know when something's going to happen. I always like have a cool glass of water and I have a place to throw up. So I've never actually fainted.
Oh, God.
But I'm sure I'm close.
You know what I don't want? I don't know which STD test it is, and maybe they don't do it anymore. But there used to be one that had a swab inside your pee hole.
Oh,
That one.
don't even mention pee hole to me, bro.
Ooh.
That shit fucks with me too.
Yeah, I get nervous about that stuff.
There's a couple of times I think that Joey was talking about it on your guys' podcast, and I had to turn it off. I was driving.
But him sticking Drano down there?
No, that one doesn't bother me. It was something else. I don't remember exactly, but I remember you guys were talking about the pee hole or something, or it might have been something more about like. To be honest with you, I don't remember. I just remember that I was driving and you guys were talking about it, and I had it turned off because I almost like fainted while driving.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I never knew that about you.
Yeah, man. It's bad. It's bad. My dad's always like, well, what are you going to do if somebody stabs you? You're just going to not fight back and you're just going to, I'm like, I don't know. That's a good fucking question.
What are you going to do if someone, that's a dad question.
What are you going to do when someone stabs you? I'm going to fucking bleed out? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to shoot him.
What if that's your like superpower? Like someone goes to stab you and you just puke on them.
That'd be great.
They'd be like, fuck.
Yeah. If I can just puke, that'd be awesome.
Puke on command.
All right, Lee, we'll wrap it up, but
Okay.
We're wrapping up the year also.
That's crazy.
I know that you're almost, what are you at, 2 years in?
Yeah, I'm just about like this week hitting my 2-year anniversary.
Really?
Somewhere, because like it was weird. I ran into do we have 2 seconds?
Yeah.
All right, let me just pull up his name because he did the Dark Horse. Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He was doing a show at Flappers with me last night. Stuart Thompson.
Yes. Oh, Stuart. Yeah.
So I ran into him last night, and we were talking. So I did like ate 5 or 6 times 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started full time 2 years ago.
Okay. But this week.
Right around this time.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Almost at the end of the year.
Yeah, like I think last year I put online like it was the first week of January, but then I went back to my recordings and I think it was like maybe the 20th, like right before Christmas,
Wow.
somewhere around there.
Well, that's great because a lot of people, they do their New Year's resolutions, but I like that you start something like weeks before it.
Right.
Because it's training.
It wasn't. To be honest, I don't even really remember what. I went to the fourth wall.
It wasn't your resolution.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was in. Like I hadn't been thinking about it for a
Mm-hmm.
while. I think I just went to like, let's just see what this is, and then
Yeah.
and then when you get a laugh, you're like, oh my god,
Just try it. Yeah.
this is like better than a blowjob. It really like it. I don't know, better than a
good feeling.
blowjob, but when
It's
you
a
get like a whole group of people to laugh, you're
It's
like,
you can't
"Oh."
compare it. It's not to be compared with anything else. It's just
Yeah.
a great feeling.
So I'm about to start my 3rd year.
Nice,
Crazy.
man. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I don't like the idea that they represent because all people do is, I think it sets yourself up for failure.
Right.
And I've talked about this in an episode by myself right before this one. How I think that resolutions are like diets. They're temporary,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and if you want to change something about your life or start something in the new year, or you want this new year to be better than the last, I think that you should just plan on it changing forever, or at least how am I going to keep to that the entire year? And I think that resolutions are just straight up stupid.
Yeah, they make them too big, I think.
Because you give yourself a day to start something, and then, but all the way until then, you're going to fucking act a fool and do
Yeah.
it and overdo it.
Exactly.
And it's the dumbest thing in the world because it's like if somebody said, like, I want to be a fighter, and they've never fought before. I want to be an MMA fighter, and they've never had a fight in their life. They've never had an MMA fight. They don't even train, but they go, but I'm gonna start January 1st. But they don't mean like I'm gonna start training. They just mean I have my first fight
Oh God, yeah.
January 1st. That's what a New Year's resolution is,
I agree. Yeah.
and it's like you need to train for it. You need to have a plan for it. You know, so that's what I believe. So what do you think is going to go in 2020? What are you going to do?
I need to get my weight under control.
Okay, but I meant for stand-up.
For stand-up. Okay.
I meant like, what do you want to change going into your 3rd year? What would you like to change? What would you like to improve on?
I need a couple things. And let me know when we have to stop. I need to start taking my writing more seriously, and like actually, like I have like a bunch of just basically random notes.
Yeah.
Where I write down ideas.
We
I don't
actually want
really-
to sit down
I
and
don't have it organized. Like that's what I'm gonna do over the next. I have like 4 or 5 days off, so I'm actually gonna get a notebook and like have a page for each joke.
okay.
I
Well,
also
let me know. I have some good tips to help you keep
that'd be great.
written ideas to organize them.
Okay, I would love any advice you have. And then I also need to. I love the fourth wall, and I love Bert's back room, and Dante Chang has a place. And I think they still have a place, but I need to. The whole thing we were talking about earlier about me being antisocial holds me back in a way where, like with comedy, like you kind of have to like go to a show and introduce yourself to a.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. It makes me nervous. But I see that doing it does help.
Yes.
So that's what I need to start doing more of in 2020. Being more out there, introducing myself to bookers, going to real shows, and just slow, because I don't know how. I think I'm a little far away from this happening. Maybe not. But there was a point where Ari Shafir was talking about in his podcast where he decided he wasn't doing open mics anymore. And it took him a while, but after he made that decision and stuck to it, he got to a place where he was getting his weekly amount of spots at real shows. And like that, Joey and I had a talk 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think, where he was like, listen, you can't go to the fourth wall as much and all this.
Yeah.
And I had a week where, like, literally every night of the week I had a real show. It just sort of happened. I was like, oh, snap, this is awesome.
Oh, that's great.
So those things, I need to just be more, just keep handling it more professional, and it's not that it was a hobby, but like, yeah, just treat it more of like something like as a business and what I really want to do.
Treat it more like your business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? You're like 11 years, and you said what are you gonna do for the new year?
I'm thinking that. Well, one thing I'd like to improve for next year is that I've obviously like to get more bookings. I had a decent first half of this year, then it really slowed down in the end, and so I'm going to work on that. And I'm thinking maybe I'm going to not put as much energy into it, and I might focus a little bit of energy this year on just getting into acting, because I want to do it, and I know it'll help. But I've always just like kind of kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and I got headshots and I didn't really do anything with them. And
Right. Yeah.
I think that I just want to go in through that door. At least try it.
Yeah. Well,
at
you
least
live in LA.
as much energy as I put into stand-up trying to get shows, it's like I feel like I've, done all I can do.
It'll help you. I mean, credits seem to help.
Like it'll create some help. It gets your face and your name out there. So I'm just like, maybe I should try to maybe put a little bit of pursuit into that, a little bit of energy into that. And I also don't like hanging out at shows. I don't do open mics either. I'm not opposed to them. I'll do them once or twice a month or whatever. But I do like other bar shows and real shows. But like hanging at the store, hanging at the Improv, or going to like these shows that people have and hanging out, like you said, it does help. But you don't like it either.
No, I hate it.
I don't like it either. And part of the reason I don't like it, and it's not because I'm so antisocial, and it's not because like how we talked about people annoy me in the beginning, because I'm not really annoyed by comics most of the time. I can talk to them, relate to them. It's just that, like, I don't like going by myself.
Yeah, there's that.
Because, like, if I don't know anybody or there's no, like, good icebreakers or no reason to talk to anybody, I don't like forcing a conversation just because
right, 100%.
I want them to, they're going to know what I'm here. They're going to know I'm blowing smoke up their ass just because I want to get on the show.
Yeah, of course.
I like a conversation to feel natural. So if you want next year, if you want to start hanging out, I'll go with you.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's better when you go with someone you know, because then if you're talking to people naturally and you're meeting people and you're networking, it's fine. But then if it's kind of like a lull, you have each other, so you don't look awkward standing there.
Right.
Sometimes I'll go out and I'll talk to someone for a minute, and then all of a sudden they'll walk away, and then there's nobody else that I know.
Right. Yeah.
And then you just stand there on your phone.
Yeah. No, exactly. And then you're not meeting anyone anyways. You can do that at home.
And then, like, you go from one club and everybody knows you, and they're like, you want to go up? And then you go to another club and they're all like, hey, don't stand here.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're just like, man, why do I even come here?
It's tough.
It's tough, man. But, yeah, I think if you go out with people that you know, so we should help each other that one.
I'm down 100%.
But anyway, yeah, man. Besides that, I have goals for this podcast. I want to maybe change up the structure a little bit. I'm going to keep the same name, same concept. You know what I mean? I just think I want to make a more structured.
Okay.
And I really want to work on the video, because we're doing video now, but we're not really like up to date on it. Like, we record all of them, but by the time like Kevin edits them and they go out, they're all out like way later.
Right. Yeah, it's tough.
And I'm more putting all, because it's one thing I can control. I'm putting all my energy into the audio part, making sure the podcast gets out on time every time, which like it does, but the video is like lagging, and I have like no YouTube presence, and I really want to create a YouTube presence.
Smart.
So that's what I want to do.
I like it.
Thanks, man. I gotta get out of here because I'm doing another podcast right after you, because I leave town, so I gotta make sure that I got podcasts ready for you guys for next week.
He's putting in the work. Oh, it's not even 2020 yet. He's putting in the work.
I'm putting in the 2020 work right now from 2019.
Past.
But that's it, you guys. I'm flying to Vancouver. If you're listening to this right when it comes out, it's New Year's Eve. I hope that you guys are, most importantly, safe tonight, all right? Don't be one of those dummies that's out there fucking drinking and driving, or gets hit by a drunk driver when you got no business being somewhere that you don't belong.
Unless you're on a scooter. If you're on a scooter, then good riddance.
I mean, you could be a drunk driver on a scooter too, man. Fuck those fucking scooters. You're gonna kill yourself or somebody else. Be safe on New Year's Eve, all right, you guys? You got Ubers for a reason. Fucking use them. Yeah, they're expensive on New Year's Eve, but guess what else is expensive? A fucking DUI.
I know.
All right? Yeah. Or crashing into somebody's car that you ain't got the money to pay for, or whatever.
Right.
Be safe. Don't drop all your money, because you got a lot of work to do in 2020. You got fucking bills to pay. You're going to turn over a new leaf. You're going to get ahead of the game this time, and you don't need to be dropping cover charges to get into a fucking place that you normally go for free.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck that. Go out on another night and have a good time, and then go home early, and you'll fucking be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're a man after my own heart.
Huh?
You're a man after my own heart. That's all.
Bro, I think this New Year's Eve I might be in bed by 10.
Oh, wow.
I got a really early flight the next day.
Ooh, yeah. I have a show, but it's in the valley, so I could very easily be home before the ball.
I like being off the road before all the drunks are on the road. You know?
Yeah, I hate that.
You know what I'm saying? New Year's never been big for me. I think my wife really likes it. Where she's from, they really celebrate. That's kind of like their Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay.
It's New Year's Eve. But I think she's kind of growing out of it little by little because I don't like it so much.
Right.
I'm like, listen, next weekend I'll take you out somewhere
my house now.
nice. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we'll save money. We'll have a way better time. We won't be drunk idiots. And whatever. It's just another day.
Yeah, exactly.
But people and I hate to say it, women especially, they really kind of feel left out.
Yeah.
When they're not doing they go on Instagram, they see their girlfriends doing something special on New Year's Eve. They feel kind of left out.
Yeah, I can see that.
But we'll figure something out. I don't know. Maybe she'll go out and I'll fucking go to bed.
You and I can cuddle on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, last year broke the mold because in the beginning it was like, what do you mean you're not going to be with me on New Year's Eve? We have to kiss at midnight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But last year broke the mold because I was on the road
Oh, okay.
for New Year's Eve, so I think she got used to it. She
Right.
was just like, it's cool. You got to work.
Yeah, I'm going to go have fun.
Nah, I told her I got an early flight the next day. But anyway, I'll see you guys in Vancouver January 2nd through January 5th. Also, I'll be in town a day early, and I think I'm looking for, I'm going to try to find like an open mic nearby or something.
Nice.
If anybody knows any, let me know. I'll be there January 1st. And I'd love to hit an open mic in the area. I don't have a car, so if there's anything in that area of that new comedy club, Rick Bronson's club that just opened, let me know. I'm the opening weekend, bro. I'm excited.
That's really cool.
First comics to do the show there. Brand new club. It's going to be awesome. Tickets are on the website, homeschooledpod.com. Click on tour. And Lee, what about you? What do you got coming up?
I don't have much. I have this New Year's Eve show. So if you're if you listen, it will be out in the morning or in the afternoon.
This will be out like tonight at midnight.
Okay, so follow me on Instagram at Lee Syatt, LeeSyatt. There's a link in my stories. You got to email. It's a hidden address. It's a cool place. I don't know. So if you want to come to that New Year's Eve, that'd be cool. Other than that, I have a show with my buddy Handren Seavey in San Diego on the 9th of January. And that's, I think, the last booked thing I have right now. But hopefully I'll be on the road to see you guys soon.
Nice. All right, you guys. Don't forget homeschooledpod.com. You got T-shirts for the Homeschooled Podcast. And click on tour for the dates. Click on merch for the T-shirts. And don't forget to click the link in the description for Masterclass. Sign up today. I want to thank Lee Syatt for being our guest today.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome back and Happy New Year, buddy.
Love you guys.
I want to say thank you to our audience for tuning in and continuing to support us, and I hope you continue to support us in the new year. Be safe, and let's have a great 2020. I'll see you guys next time.